Hello, everyone. It's me, Lancer737, and today we're going to be checking something out. We might be beating the campaign any second now, but at the very least, I'll be beating this tomorrow. Here's Blueblood, supposedly defeating Nightmare Moon. I kind of doubt it, but here we go. I actually think I'm going to beat it now. Just barely. I just love a nighttime get together. Out under the stars with all my friends. Blah, 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 blah. Impeccable breeding, blah, blah, blah. Demand to see her manager, blah, 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 blah. He's, man, he's more rude than I ever thought he was. And, also Prince Blueblood is here. And still talking. I say, how dare you interrupt me while I narrate my moment of triumph against Nightmare Moon. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's no way he's going to be able to beat Nightmare Moon, except for in his dreams. And even then, Princess Luna is going to show up and give him a stern talking to. And even then, if she happens to be Nightmare Moon, he is doomed. It'd be like messing with Freddy Krueger, but way more powerful. Yeah, with that attitude, Nightmare Moon would have probably banished you to the moon instead of listening to you talk. Exactly. Rainbow Dash gets it. But yeah, we got it. We got a new ruby generator. Okay. So, I can't wait to try this out. We're going to collect it for the first time, the new rubies from the new ruby generator that we have gotten. Not the one that I just gotten, but before we do that, don't forget to add me. My friend code is in the top left hand corner. And here we go. We're going to check out the new ruby generator. So for this new ruby generator, I want it because of how many ponies that I have in my collection and having them all maxed out with star levels that they have. For now, the last reward that you have for pretty much having all the ponies in the game and characters and having them all leveled up will be Minty, and she herself is ruby generator. But this thing looks pretty cool. Let me know down below if you like what I did here. I used to have everything I do here except for the newest stuff, because I feel like I'm overwhelmed. I probably should set up the terrain with all the newish buildings I've had over the couple last years. But everything, I put a lot of thought into everything that I create in this. So this park is known as the Princess Park. It's supposed to have statues in remembrance of when Celestia first came down to Ponyville, and then it was invented or created into Ponyville. So next to her, she had two Pony Guard statues next to her statue, and then one unicorn statue, one Pegasus statue, and one Earth Pony statue representing the coming together of those three type of ponies in Ponyville. And behind her, I used to have the Sun Moon statue, not statue, but these things. Oh, and Celestia's waving at us right now. So, yeah, I had that behind her, and then a couple of sunflowers. This new generator, it takes up more room, but I love it. I didn't know where else to put it, but I really love the look of it. But again, it's a little bit bulky. But let me know down below if you like how it originally looked, or if you think what I did now looks cooler. So here we go. We're getting our first rubies from it. Now this generator, it's different than I thought it would be. Most generators, they give you two. If it's a 2 ruby generator, it's going to give you rubies every 12 hours, maybe a little bit more or less, give or take a couple hours. This one's a 24-hour one with 2 rubies, so it takes a long time to get rubies from it. But it's also, at the same time, it's better than nothing. I'm still going to get 2 rubies additionally to what I would get in accumulation with everything else. And it's going to help me get stuff for Halloween. We probably will be getting new stuff. I can't wait to talk about tomorrow. I just saw a whole crap load of really cool stuff that's coming out for MLP G4. It's awesome. It blows my mind, and I wouldn't be surprised if the stuff I just saw is going to influence some of the stuff that should be coming out that's brand new for Halloween. And if we don't technically get new story stuff for Halloween, we have so many cool campaigns that come out for Halloween that have been made that they're fun to just revisit and get lots of rubies from those if you've already completed it. And if it's your first time, you're going to love just about every single Halloween campaign story that we get. There's like 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them now. They're all fun. They're all great. Most of them are pretty serious or have at least some lightheartedness to them. I would say the Apple one, it's just lighthearted but fun. It had some seriousness to it because apples are taking over, but the other ones have some very dangerous enemies, like high tier enemies, like Pony of Shadows level enemies and King Anubis and other stuff like that. It's very entertaining and interesting. And every time they try to fix the problems that happen each new Halloween, it backfires. But yeah, that was the star generator makes special stars. I love the look of it. I do like it. I don't quite like how much it's pushing out the Celestia statue, but I used to have a lake there, and I had nowhere good else to put this Breezy's hideaway that have the main 6 Breezys, the Princess Luna Breezy and the Discord Breezy. But in addition to all that, I just now got a new Ruby generator. The Royal Advance. I was like looking at that weird. It's like, wait, what? What is that? Oh, okay. So, for now, like I said, I have so many new buildings. It's become a mess, kind of like how My Ponyville used to be. So, at some point, I am gonna have to make things look really, really nice, like it does in the areas up here. Although it starts to get a little bit difficult to decorate things because you have so much stuff, to work with, customize stuff with. But anyway, we're gonna put this probably over here. Maybe not so close to that. That's good for now. It feels like it's a shame that it's so far away from anything that's royal because it looks very regal. But we'll put that there for now. Skip it. Okay, let's see what this ruby generator is capable of. It's another one that is, you get 2 rubies, you get smiling rocks, but you get 2 rubies every 24 hours. So it's interesting that they've gone that route with these ruby generators. I still think the best ones, well, I'll show you what the best ones are. The best one to this day is still the Discord Pumpkin, which is from Where and Back Again. The season 6 finale with Discord, Trixie, Starlight Glimmer, Thorax. I think that's it. It's been a while since I've seen it, but that was a really, really good one. It was awesome, epic, and a nice twist because we got a bunch of the popular side characters. A few of them were low tier villains and 1 high tier villain. No, sorry, 2 high tier villains, all reformed pretty much. So this is still the most amazing ruby generator you can get in the game. It generates rubies so fast you can get like, darn, if it wasn't at the time that it is right now, I'm tempted to just press that button and get it because it only will cost 2 rubies to generate 2 rubies. I hate wasting the rubies though, but the time to make rubies is very short with this. Very, very short. And there's Nightmare Moon. She knows it's the Halloween season and we're all doomed. She's going to take a piece of us. So before she does destroy us though, I would like to get some more rubies while we talk. So let's do that. First, Philly Princess Luna is looking to get some rubies. So one thing I want to point out for the new campaign that's going to come out, or should come out. I mean, like I said, we have so many Halloween campaigns. They may just do reruns with that. Maybe change some of the awards. But like, you need to be careful with overusing Nightmare Moon and the Pony of Shadows. So far, for the most part, they've been handled very well. It makes sense how they lose and some of the modern stories. But you don't want to overuse them because they are incredibly high tier enemies, villains, and you want to keep their credibility of being extremely dangerous villains. Oh, darn it. Yeah, but you want to keep the credibility that they're intelligent, incredibly dangerous villains. So having them constantly lose, it can kind of wear down that credibility despite how dangerous they are. A good example of this is like some of the villains, like there's a series called Warhammer 40k, and there's a villain in it. He is the arch enemy of all enemies. He has the power of all the false chaos gods behind him. He can do a lot of quote unquote incredible things. The Phantom has a nickname for him. He's called Failmadon. He's called Failmadon because he fails so many times in his stories that it's like it doesn't matter that he's powerful. He just loses all the time. He sucks. He is a joke villain that is very powerful. Another villain that I would consider to be like that would be Darkseid from the DC comics. He is absurdly powerful but stupid at the same time. Darn it. Well, I got one ruby with that, Luna. He's absurdly powerful and stupid because the way he's written, at least in the comics, his most powerful attack is the Omega Beams. I know this from lots of versus debates. I'm not the biggest DC fan, although I love the Green Lantern a lot. His Omega Beams can erase anything from existence completely. Even in the past, they won't exist. And in the future, they won't exist. But there's a rule with it. It can't be used on anyone that's important to the space-time continuum. So it's like you can't use it on any main characters. You can't use it, like, period. Even villains, you can't use it against. You can't use it against heroes. And it becomes it's a joke weapon. Imagine playing a versus match game, whether it's a fighting game or any game, and it's like your option is to get that weapon, and you read the rules. It's like, well, I can't actually use this against my opponent. It just takes up space. Why did I pick this? It's pathetic. But yeah, and then like he loses in horrible ways. Thanos in the comics, he's barely better. He would lose in some stupid ways too. And eventually it came down to the reason he would lose is because deep down he wanted to lose. He's setting up all these campaigns for either destroying all reality or multiple realities or other campaigns like that, and it's like he loses. Oh, well, deep down I really just wanted to lose. It's like I don't think anyone's going to be seriously set up a campaign for doing those things if they're really actually intending on losing, unless they're doing some sort of RICO job where they're trying to incriminate a whole bunch of people that actually would be into doing those things, but they don't have the power, and so they did some dirty work to get them on board. And it's like, well, you agreed to want to actually destroy the universe, and you took your opportunity to try to do so, so you're all guilty and you're gonna go to jail. Unless he's doing something like that, which there's no indication he is, like Darkseid. Thanos. There's nothing indicating that he's like that. It makes it dumb. Thanos in MCU is much, much better. His motives are much better. He doesn't have that problem, although he has a little bit of problems, but nothing like the comic book version of the primary 616 Spider-Man universe. But you get my point. You don't want the Pony of Shadows, Nightmare Moon, Daybreaker, and any of the heavy hitters that are serious but dangerous villains to be used so much and then have them lose in dumb ways to the point that they become a joke. Another villain I would say that's like that, almost from the get-go, and it's a tragedy, I would say Queen Opaline from G5 is a joke villain despite how powerful she's supposed to be. I think there was potential there for G5 to be great, and there's some elements to it that are nice, but it's not G4 nor any in the multiverse with G4. That's why we're here. You're not seeing tons of stuff with G5. I mean, there's still new stuff with G5, but not to the degree of G4. In fact, they're having tons and tons of conventions and events and parties and stuff based on G4 in China right now. Right now. It's crazy. It almost sounded like when I was reading it. It's not this, but it almost sounded like they were going to make an amusement park for My Little Pony G4 in China. At which case, I'd be like, "That's not fair. We should get one ourselves." MLP is a Canadian / an American invention. We should get one too, at the very least. Canada and America. I mean, if we're being conservative, put it on the border or something, and have them just share it. There's a I don't want to say holiday, although that's close to what I wanted to say. A festival, a friendship festival that America and Canada celebrate once a year at a specific. I think it's in Boston or on the border of Boston. I'm probably getting the state wrong. It's one of the states that borders Canada. I shouldn't have said Boston. You're never gonna let me live that down. But they co-op and they have festivals together because we're family and stuff, more so than most other countries. They could literally have it there to capitalize on the friendship fest. Oh my gosh, I just collided with that diamond dog. Hopefully I can at least get one ruby with this Luna to make this worthwhile. Come on, don't collide with stuff. Oh man, but I've gone off course. But Opaline, yeah, and I've talked about this before. She just, unfortunately, I don't think it was intentional. I think they accidentally made her a joke villain. Like Trixie, she is a proper, entertaining, good joke villain. It's for making things lighthearted, where everything the main characters are dealing with, they're not all like world-ending or multiverse-ending threats. Sometimes it's someone that's not competent with their magics, and they're funny in the process, because you don't have to have things 100% serious all the time. That was intentional with Trixie. She turned out to be an amazing character. I love Trixie. She's one of my favorite characters in MLP, period. Also love the hat. That's another reason why I like Star Swirl the Bearded. I love hats like that, like what they have. But I love her character, and she's pretty cool. In the human version, I really like her too. It's kind of interesting. It turns out that it looks like she actually knows magics and stuff like that. But like, she was intended to it, and she was great. She's a great character. Queen Opaline doesn't seem like she was intended to be made into a joke, but she is. There's a meme where she's known for sniffing dragon farts to get dragon fire. Even if it's not true that she does that, it's what she's known for. Like with Failmadon from 40K. I don't want to say his name. It has some. Sometimes creators for series, they'll use some serious names from other, like real life, that are bad, and it's something I don't want to invoke, but Failmadon's fine to say. So, yeah, he is known as Failmadon, because he fails all the time. He was not meant to be a joke character, but he is. He's the butt of all 40K jokes, or close to all the 40K jokes. Man, I'm afraid I'm not going to get that ruby with her. I had one shot to get a ruby with her, and I failed it. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, where's the rubies? Come on, Luna, you can get it. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. My kitten wanted in here while I'm working. Here, you can hear her purring. Hey, Kai. I love her so much. Man, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'm talking about joke villains and Queen Opaline. So, yeah, she's on a quest to become a fire alicorn, which I think is a joke compared to, like, Celestia, since she's, like, solar. It has fire as part of her job. Like, she has to deal with the radioactive fires of stars and other things like that. So does Luna. It even says it in the game bio that she's able to move stars, command stars. Although, if you read the Journal of the Two Sisters, it was painful for her to attempt to do it. So it's possible, even though she can move stars, distant stars, it might be a permanent drain on her magic. I mean, she can compensate for it by moving the moon, getting that magic back, but that's still a little bit of magic that's been taken from her. Yeah, I'm afraid I lost my opportunity to get that ruby. Princess Luna. I don't know why I'm Southern now, but I am. I'm Southern Bronin now. So, but yeah, they had some good things going that should have. I mean, she had potential. Darn it, Luna had potential until I slammed her into that shadow bolt. So now I lost my train of thought again. But like, I just feel like the endeavors of Queen Opaline were lame, and then like the villains that she was supposed to be in the same league with, they just she wasn't. It's just so strange. Oh, I didn't get that ruby. Darn it. Anyway, I didn't mean to rant so long about that. It's something we've talked about multiple times about Queen Opaline. Anyway, it's the Halloween season. It's October 1st. Get ready because a lot of cool stuff's going to happen. And I mean it this time. Peace be with you all. Have a great day.